You might have been wondering if SQL database in Fabric does automatic backups and allows you to do things like a point-in-time restore. Learn all about it this week on Data Exposed. And spoiler alert, you can. Hi, I'm Anna Hoffman, and welcome to this episode of Data Exposed. Today, I'm joined by Strahinja, who is a product manager on the SQL team. Thanks so much for joining us today. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
Hey Anna, thanks for having me. I am Strahinja. I'm a product manager working at Microsoft for past 4 years, based in Serbia. And I'm mainly working on the backup and restore area for the SQL database in Microsoft Fabric and for the Azure SQL Managed Instance.
Awesome, cool. So you have a great context around backup and restore, both for Azure SQL and for SQL database in Fabric. So if we think about SQL database in Fabric, which is in public preview at the time of our recording, what backup and restore capabilities do we have and how are they different?
Yeah, so in SQL database in Fabric, we have automatic backups. So that means that once you create your SQL database, all the backups are being taken care of by Microsoft. That means that from the moment when you create a database, we will take a full backup, and then every 12 hours, we're going to take the differential backup, and every 10 minutes, we will take the transactional log backups. So basically, by this capability, we are ensuring that you can have the point-in-time restore capability, and you can restore into the any point in time in history for the past 7 days.
Got it. Okay, makes a ton of sense. Do you think we could by chance take a look at, maybe how we would monitor this, or if there's anything we can change, like how we might look at that?
Yeah, absolutely. So here I am now in the Fabric portal on my laptop. And basically, what you can do in order to check out whether the backups are being taken is to simply navigate into your database. Or you can use any T-SQL query editor of your choice, and you can run this T-SQL script, which will basically target the DM database backups, DMV, where all the backup history is being stored. So once you simply run the query, we are now currently looking only for the backups which are in the retention period. And I have ordered the backup finish date by the last one. So here I have for my Contoso DB database, I can see all of my backups that were taken, which are within the retention period. The in retention period means that I can leverage these backups in order to perform the point-in-time restore. And here, in the backup type column, I can see which type of backups my files actually are, and L stands for log backups.
Nice, awesome. This is great to see. And then the D, I guess that's a diff backup, or what is the D?
Oh, that's a complicated part. So D is actually the database backup. It's from the SQL Server history, right? But D actually stands for full backup, and I stands for incremental backup, which basically is the differential backup. It's a bit tricky, but it's something that you will get the gist on by starting to use it.
Got it. Yeah, I feel like as soon as I know that, now I understand, and it makes sense. Cool. So let's say like I needed one of these backups. I make a mistake, Bobby drop tables or whatever that story is, like when I need to restore a database. How do I do that?
Yeah, I will show you just in a second. But like, if anybody else is confused with this like DIL kind of a thing, you can simply go to the AKMS / SQL database in Fabric -backups, and you can see everything that you need. I hope there will be something there on the screen that, right?
Nice. Yeah, we can put that in the description for folks to learn more.
Perfect. So let me navigate to my workspace, and now back to your question. And I can see my database. I can simply choose the more options and find the restore database. Oh, let me repeat this because the rendering was very bad. So I can simply navigate to my workspace and then click the three dots next to my SQL database as the more options and find the restore database capability. Once I click the restore database capability, you will see the familiar pop-up similar similar to the create new pop-up SD experience. And here you can see some important information, such as earliest restore point and latest restore point. So earliest restore point is basically the oldest restore point you can restore your database to in the history. So usually 7 days, actually T as today minus 7 days, right, in the history. And latest restore point is the newest one, the closest to my current time in which I can restore my database to. So here I can simply choose the date and the time in which I want to restore to, and I can just simply name my database and I call it AnaTest. And it will, once I click create, in the background, it will actually create a new database based on the backups from your already existing database as a source. And here in top right corner, you can see the restore in progress as a notification. And it will take a couple of minutes to restore the database, and basically after the database restoration has been finished, you will see your database ready here in the Fabric workspace.
Got it. Makes sense. And just for folks who maybe aren't super familiar with how this works, in the background, what exactly is happening during their restore?
Yeah. So in the background, if you recall our discussion from couple of minutes ago, basically we are restoring a database from a full backup, right? And then we apply the closest differential backup to the point in time you chose. So basically first we apply full backup, then we apply differential backup, and then we apply all the log backups under the hood in order to get into the point in time in which you want your database to be restored into.
Got it. Makes sense. And that's how we're able to get to exactly a point in time, as the name suggests.
That's right. That's exactly just right. So basically, you can have your database restored into any second in the last 7 days.
Got it. Makes sense. Okay, so I have to ask another question because I know this is a common question that comes up in some of our other databases. When I do restore, in this case, you restored to a new database. Can I restore in place, or is that something, because I know in Azure SQL database, you cannot restore in place. It's always in new. So how does it work here?
Yeah, so currently in Fabric, the case is pretty much the same. So you can only right now restore into the new database.
Got it. Okay. That's a good thing to know. Cool. Well, Strahinja, I've learned a lot, like as far as folks who are just getting started with SQL database and Fabric and exploring their backups and maybe even making a strategy around backups, like any tips or tricks or words of advice?
About Fabric or about backups?
Fabric and backups. Together.
So, yeah. About Fabric, you just need to know what data you want to store there and play around with it and leverage the capabilities of the Fabric SQL database, such as GraphQL or a vector data type. And about backups, simply let Microsoft take care out of it.
Awesome. Cool. I love that. Folks, if you like this episode, go ahead, give us a like, leave us a comment, let us know what you think, or if you have any questions. We'll put some links in the description for you to learn more, and we hope you go try it out. And if you aren't using SQL database in Fabric today, there is a free trial available. We'll also put a link to that. Thanks for joining us. We hope to see you next time on Data Exposed.